Hi everyone and welcome to episode 32 of the Back to Blighty podcast. My name is Becky and I'm joining you from the south coast of England where I live with my partner, our son and our Springer Spaniel called Molly. It has been a little while since I last did a podcast and I have to say that I haven't done a great deal of knitting. Saying that, I have some finished objects and I do have some whips that I'm going to share with you today, but yeah, life's just been busy with work. I had a little period where I was a bit unwell, nothing serious, but yeah, it kind of made me not really want to pick up my needles or spin very much, but I'm back on it and I thought it would be really nice to join you and let you know what I've been getting up to. The weather here in Blighty is a bit all over the place. It's a lot of rain at the moment, so normally this time of year I would be, podcasting out in the garden, but at the moment it's just, very hit and miss with the weather. So I thought I would join you today from my lounge and put my lovely sunflowers out from my friend Jackie, who I saw a couple of days ago. She popped around and bought me those, and I also was lucky enough to see my really good friend Sally, who came down from Scotland a couple of weeks ago as well, which was just wonderful. So it's really nice to be kind of seeing people again. It seems such a long time since we really caught up with those people really close to us. So I hope that you're all well and you're catching up with people as well and getting out there a bit more. So anyway, what have I got for you today? I have got two finished objects. So the first one I have is my Chauncey sweater, which I was knitting last time I spoke to you. This is a pattern by Isabel Kramer and I did it in this lovely cornflower blue, and that actually is a perfect colour. Good light today. So the yarn I used was the Border Mill. I can't remember the names of the yarn, but it's this lovely cornflower blue and then just a natural yarn, and I love the way it's knitted up. I'm going to be wearing it a lot. I've worn it once because although it's been raining here in Blighty, it has been quite warm, so I haven't really worn it yet, but I know that in the autumn and winter it's going to get lots and lots of wear. So I did it exactly the same as the pattern, apart from I omitted the sort of faux seam. She does a pearl bump down the sides and I missed that out. I just went round and round. So yeah, loving this sweater. I loved my last Chauncey, but I did shrink it. So this time I will not be putting this in the washing machine. So yeah, very happy with that. It is 100% Shetland and it's got quite a woolly feel, but it's not itchy for me anyway. So yeah, finished object number one. The next jumper that I've finished, and I hadn't even started last time, was a Ranunculus, and I did say that I thought I was going to make one. Before we carry on, if you can hear a little bit of creaking, it's not me, it is the rocking chair I am sitting in. So this is a really old rocking chair. In fact, my dad used to be put in it as a baby as a high chair, so it's really old. It's been in our family a long time, but if I rock it kind of creaks a little bit, so I've got to be careful not to rock. Anyway, I made a Ranunculus and I am so happy with this colour. I did put it on Instagram a little while ago, but it's just the most beautiful yarn. This yarn is Eden Cottage Millburn 4-ply and it's in this beautiful dusky pink, and I changed up the pattern. So the pattern's got some lacy detail. I just missed that out. I just went for the other stitches and just repeated them while increasing. So it's quite cropped, and I went for a full length bell sleeve, which looks really lovely. So very pleased with that. Someone's coming down the stairs, hold on. Okay, I knew that if I started podcasting we would be interrupted. Anyway, so yeah, I've done these lovely bell sleeves and this I-cord bind off, which looks really pretty. I absolutely love it. I'll pop a picture in actually here. I took some pictures when I went for a walk in the woods a little while ago, so pop a picture in there so you can kind of see the length of it. So very happy with that. So yeah, Eden Cottage yarns, Millburn 4-ply. I can't remember the colourway, but it's like a dusky pink colour, and Drops Kid Silk Haze, held together. Really quick knit. I recommend it, especially if you're a beginner. It's a really easy pattern to follow. Yeah, very happy with that. And actually I want another one. Just going to have Ranunculuses. This podcast is going to be really boring if I keep knitting those and nothing else. So yeah, so they are my finished objects. So moving on to the works in progress. First of all, I have my Strange Brew cardigan, and I haven't actually done an awful lot on this because I was engrossed in my Ranunculus sweater. Whew. Floof. So yeah, this is my Strange Brew cardigan. It's coming on rather well. I have done a sleeve. So yeah, so that's as far as I've got. So let me show you a bit of the detail on the back because it's a little bit easier. So this is some hand spun that I spun up from Spin Jones, and I copied some of the charts in the Strange Brew book, and yeah, did a little bit of a chart down the bottom as well. And so on the sleeve, what I've done is I've also copied the same pattern that was on the bottom. So it's coming on well. As I say, I haven't done any more, but I'm really pleased with how it is looking. It's a bit of a mess because it's been screwed up in a bag for ages, but look, creases. But yeah, it's coming on really well. I really like it, and I think because now it is summer, I don't really want to knit with an Aran weight yarn. This yarn, as I say, is Spin Jones that I spun up myself, held with a Jameson Smith in their, what was it? Shetland Heather. So it's really lovely colours. There you go. But yeah, not really feeling the need to knit on that at the moment because it's so thick and makes my hands quite hot. So that's on a little bit of a back burner. But I have picked up my Ironwork Tea, which I spoke to you about last time. And I was wondering whether or not to use the yellow, which is one of my hand-dyed yarns, or to use white. Put it out there, and everyone said go yellow. Well, most people said go yellow, and the more I worked with it, the more I liked it. So the pink yarn is the Wool Barn. Take that off. I've got quite a bit left. I don't think I'm going to be using that. So it's Wool Barn. There we go, and it is Twist Sock 4-ply in Rosewood. And this is as far as I have got. Again, it's been screwed up in a bag for a little while, so apologies for that. So I have done the back and the colour work down the bottom, and I have just started on the front. So I'm going to turn it upside down because it's a bit tricky, because you start knitting it in the round and then you knit the back and then you knit the front. So yeah, it's a little bit tricky to kind of show you all that. So I show you upside down because it's a bit easier. So this is how it's looking, and I love the colour. I'm really pleased that I kept with the yellow. So that obviously is going to be that way up, like that. So yeah, and then the colour work is going to be at the bottom. But I really do like this yellow. It's making a really lovely fabric. I shall pop a picture in here of what the pattern actually looks like. It's by Paper Tiger. It's a really lovely pattern, and I really like this detail at the bottom here, just above the rib. It's just the little details that I like. These little pearl bumps. They're lovely. So yeah, so that's coming on really well, and I'm enjoying that, and I will get that finished because it's a lot lighter. It's nicer to knit in the summer, and obviously I can wear it as well if it's a bit of a cooler day. So yeah, I want to get that one finished very soon. My other whip, my last whip at the moment, have actually got a few other whips, but you know, they're in bags. Shawls mainly, which I can't wear now, so yeah. Okay, so I started knitting a pair of socks, and I finished one last time and I just started the second one. This yarn is Wood Pigeon, I think it's called. It's West Yorkshire Spinners, yeah. Wood Pigeon, and then what I did is I used just a natural for the heel and the toe, and I have started on the second one. So yeah, getting on with that. Again, not really feeling it, to be honest. I'm kind of, yeah, not in a sock knitting mojo, but they're coming on and they will be done soon. And again, I can't wear them at the moment because it's too hot. I'm one of those people that likes to spend the summer in barefoot barefoot, bare feet as much as possible. So hence I always have dirty feet because I'm always outside without my shoes on, unless it's obviously in town or something. I mean in the garden and things like that. I think it comes back to my childhood. I was always one of those kids that liked to run around in bare feet. So yeah, I enjoy that. Is anyone else like that? Okay, so what else have I got to tell you about? I have a few things coming in the shop. I'm hoping to get them in the shop in the next few days. Hopefully by the time this video goes up they will be. So I'm just going to give you a little glimpse. I have some mini sets coming in. Haven't actually thought of names for any of these yet. So yeah, they will be what they will be. So I've got some mini sets coming up. Some blues and pinks and peaches and reds, so they're quite bright. So yeah, so they will be coming up into the shop. I've got some sock sets coming up. These are my 50 gram, 20 gram sock sets. So they'll be coming in very soon. I've got some 100% Highland wool. Some lovely corally and greens in there. And I've also got a couple that were naturally dyed. So this one, these are my lace weight silk mohair merino, I think they are. This is done with madder, and this one is done with oak. And yeah, they look lovely together. They make a really lovely shawl. Love those together. So yeah, so they'll be coming in the shop soon. I've photographed them. I've just got to get around to listing them. Otherwise, I have been doing a bit of spinning, and I have been doing my Fellview Fibres. I always struggle with that one. Yarn. In fact, I'm just going to take it off the bobbin because it's just here. So just take that off a second. In fact, I'll show you actually on my wheel. So this is Wild and Woolly. Yeah, so it's got some lovely, lovely colours in it. And this is what the Rolex look like. So yeah, really, really enjoying that spin at the moment. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I'm thinking maybe something out of my 52 Weeks of Shawls book, but we'll see. So in other news, I've been busy at work. We've got a few weeks left before the end of term, and then I have the summer holidays off, yay! So I'm really looking forward to that. I've spent quite a lot of time in the garden. Out the front, I've been creating a cut flower garden, which is a bit hit and miss. I've got dahlias, cosmos, sweet peas, straw flowers, rudbeckia, sunflowers, and a few other bits in between. And I've had a real slug problem. I think with all this rain it's really difficult, and also because I don't use any pest control, that's a bit tricky. So it's been a little bit disheartening, and I've just noticed that my sweet peas are about to flower and they're being munched at the top. So that's a bit frustrating. So I've been busy out there when I can, when it's not raining, which has been really, really lovely. Otherwise, yeah, I've just been getting busy with life, I guess. I have been drying out some herbs, which you may have seen a glimpse of. I filmed a little bit, but I might put it at the end, so if you haven't seen it already. Basically, my herb garden has gone absolutely mad, and I'm already prepping for winter, so I'm harvesting some of those herbs and drying them and then storing them for use later in the year. So that's really enjoyable, and I love having plants and things hanging in the garden, and hanging in the house, and it gives off such a lovely smell. So I've been doing a little bit of that. I've been doing a lot of baking using my things from the garden. So I made some lavender biscuits last week, which were just delicious, and the bees are going mad for the lavender at the moment, which is so lovely to see. I do love bumblebees. They're just so beautiful. I could watch them for ages in the garden. And yeah, and I made some chamomile and lemon balm cake, which was so scrummy, really, really nice. So yeah, so I'm using them, and I think because I'm picking them more, they're growing massively. So yeah, so I'm just trying to harvest them, and so I can use them later in the year, which is really nice, and they smell just amazing. So I've been enjoying that, and otherwise just trying to spend as much time in nature as I can when the weather permits. And yeah, life is carrying on as normal. So I hope you've enjoyed my very short podcast. I'm sorry it's been a little while since I last saw you, but yeah, I'm back on it now, and obviously summer holidays coming, and maybe next time I might even be vlogging in the garden, who knows. So thank you for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope you're well where you are, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye.